Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP, or Situation Report here at Top Gun Options. My call sign is Wiz. My name is Matthew Buckley. A ton of stuff going on, in the universe, but also in the Top Gun Options, No Fallen Heroes, charity universe. But first things first, closest alligators to the boat. Tomorrow afternoon, that's Thursday afternoon, December 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be knocking out a brief on our Lifetime and Hunters self-directed investment clubs. Make sure you head to go.topgunoptions.com/hunters so you can register. It's a free brief, go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. And we're going to talk about the Max Afterburner lifetime membership and also the Hunters. And I'm going to give you an opportunity. You ready for this? How many? We already have 164 people registered for that. While I'm over here, well, let's kind of talk all about this. I actually just sent an email to my techie to be emailed out to the database. Already 79 of you have registered for this on Friday. So tomorrow at 1, the Max Afterburner and Hunters Self-Directed Investment Club brief. Again, tomorrow, Thursday, December 9th at 1 p.m. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. Then Friday morning at 10 a.m., we're going to have a brief from Dr. Martine Polanco from The Mission Within. So so I'm going to send that link out via email, but also if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put this link in the comments, in the description of the video on YouTube. And if you're looking at this on Facebook or LinkedIn, I'll post the link in the comments or something like that as well. As many of you know, I've received just absolutely life-changing, just incredible treatment at the Mission Within back in May, and that has resulted in me really focusing on putting the ladder down to help save veteran lives. One of the guys you're going to hear from on Friday is Mike, call sign Punky, huge, big old Navy SEAL who's got some just absolutely horrific things to share with you, and then absolutely terrific things. And he was able to I'm not going to take any thunder away from either of those guys, Doc or Punky, but join us Friday as well if you're interested in the medicine or even hearing more about our project. Check this out. Slider, F-18 guy, had some horrific tragedy on his own when he was an active duty fighter pilot in the United States Navy, accidentally killed a bunch of Iraqi police officers that just wrong place, wrong time when he dropped a weapon from his aircraft. Why do I bring that up? Because he received this life-changing treatment after I did, and he's also completely changed, a new mission. Who's this guy on his right? A brother of ours. He's a congressman, former F-18 guy, F-14 guy. Check this guy out. He flew Helos in the Navy, then went to Tomcats, then went to Hornets, and then Super Hornets. What? You heard me. So Jake is a congressman. Slider was up there yesterday in D.C. briefing him on all this. He's like completely on board. What do you need from me? So Marcus Luttrell, as many of you know, I did my life-saving treatment with. He's the lone survivor. His brother is running for Congress in Texas. So we have Jake on board. We have Dan Crenshaw on board, former Navy SEAL. The Luttrell brothers. We have Governor Rick Perry, who ran for president and who is also Trump's energy secretary. Folks, this is going incredibly well. I could not be more pleased and blessed, and just there's so much going on. So I want to brief a lot of this Friday morning at 10. I'll probably jump on after Doc does his spiel, and I'm gonna brief you where we are, just because I can't believe all the good that's going on with this project. And when you manifest goodness and happiness and trying to help people, things change. Things change for you. And as many of you know, the No Fallen Heroes movie, our documentary, is going to fly formation with Maverick. We're essentially the sequel for Maverick, right? Top Gun 30, 40 years ago, Maverick, and now No Fallen Heroes. Okay, so like I said, I'll put the link to this brief in the comments, but I'm also sending out an email for 10 a.m. Make sure before you attend this, and a quick reminder, in the Ready Room, if you're currently a TGO member, we kind of have a thread going for No Fallen Heroes civilians type of thing. Like, hey, if anybody's interested in potentially doing the medicine as a civilian, throw your name in here. And we got a ton of TGO members who are interested in this. And They can tell you their own stories. Some folks have already gone down. Some veterans, some commercial airline pilots, some TGO members, some husband and wives have gone down, and you wouldn't believe the results. So if you're interested, go in the Ready Room and throw your name up there. Like, hey man, I'm throwing my name in the hat, and we'll go ahead and reattack when the time is right to open up the doors to civilians. One of the reasons, excuse me, we're leading with veterans is exactly that. If veterans, who kind of the nation looks up to, can lead the way, can kind of show that, man, we can go from doing some pretty horrific stuff or seeing horrific stuff or just absolute moments of terror to healing. Well, maybe we can be the spark that lights the flame of change in this country to get this stuff legal, to get this stuff, approved for therapeutic use and healing, right? Big Pharma doesn't want to hear this at all. Trust me. 20 years of healing in a weekend and they never take any more medicines? No. Well, suck it, Big Pharma. All right, quick strategic brief. Yesterday, Joe Biden, Mumbles McBiden, continued to embarrass us on the world stage with his meeting with Putin. I love this picture of Putin. Look at this. The dude sitting at this table, nobody around. Him and Biden. When you see the side picture of Joe Biden, he's sitting there with like 19 people around him. All these people sitting right out of camera view. Putin, well, I mean, obviously down here, there could be 90 people out of camera view, but not with Mumbles McBide, man. Anyway, I don't want to be Debbie Downer here. He's going to invade the rest of Ukraine. China's going to invade Taiwan. It's just, note to Jake Sullivan, you are dragging the U.S. down by talking big. Global Times editorial. This dude needed to be fired. This guy is a national embarrassment. There's the dude, one of the dudes responsible for our Afghanistan absolute debacle. You look up debacle in the dictionary and it's the Afghanistan. This guy literally left hundreds of Americans still trapped behind enemy lines, responsible for the deaths of 11 Marines, a soldier, and a Navy corpsman, responsible for the deaths of 10 Afghan civilians, 7 children who were looking for water. This knee-jerk reaction out of this administration to make somebody pay killed 7 children. Delete the word Biden and insert the word Trump and let me know how you think the media would be handling this. On your screen right now on CNN, MSNBC, and every network, it would be like the Iranian hostage crisis. Day 174 of Americans. Not a word. Not a word except from guys like me who know guys who are still trying to get Americans out. Isn't that incredible? There's a whole network of former Navy SEALs, Delta Force operators who are trying to rescue America. Isn't this great? Isn't this awesome? First of all, it's awesome that we still have Americans who will do this, who believe in no man left behind. Joe Biden, see ya. Absolute disgrace. I'm telling you, folks, Comrade Jim Cramer, can't stand the guy anymore, but Jim Cramer, Comrade Cramer last week demanding that the military be used to force vaccinate people. All right, Goebbels. But Comrade Cramer this morning on CNBC saying, next year is going to be awesome, global recovery, and everything's open, and wrong. He will be absolutely wrong. Joe Biden's sophomore year of his presidency, which, folks, we're 12 months into Joe Biden right now. You think he's going to get better next year? Things are going to get awesome? Taiwan will be invaded by China. Russia will invade the rest of Ukraine. Israel and Iran are going to go at it. You mark my words. Again, I would love to be on one of these videos going, man, I got that wrong. What a great year 2022 is. I don't want to be right. I make some of these predictions, folks, and I put a comma after that sentence and go, I'll buy you a bottle of Camus, man, for being wrong, because I'll be happy about it. But either way, folks, we're going to potentially print money no matter what happens in 2022. Market explodes, implodes, or moves sideways. Just watching this stuff, folks, it's I want to say it's funny, but it's not. Pfizer says booster neutralized Omicron variant, but may elude 2 doses. The Pfizer CEO might open the door for more mutant strains in this. I mean, literally, like laughing at Comrade Kramer. Well, it sounds like if you have 1, you definitely need the 2, but the 3 booster will get you to. What is this, Subway? Like after 12 boosters, you get your 13th shot is free? I'm done. I live in Florida. We believe in liberty and freedom, and you do what you want to do. But man, this is comical at this point. I told you at the beginning of this, I wrote a book about it called COVID Crash. Um, that you end up following the money. A whole industry is popping up of a vaccine app and passports and this app, and you have to. It's money, money, money. It's a disgrace. So not kind of a flat day. Let's go take a look at the S&P 500. We kind of got this, here's your implosion of, this was a self-induced implosion. This was an, oh my God, Omicron, and Janet and Jerome sitting in front of the, sitting on the hill saying, uh-oh, let's ditch the term transitory. And by the way, inflation is raging. We're going to have to taper sooner. This looks like a taper tantrum. I think we might have gotten it out of our system. There's our taper tantrum. But this nice little big bounce here, it's getting a little long in the tooth. As I briefed today in our weekly options brief, I think right around here, right, that 4,700 is going to be resistance. Top. I think we need to pull back to 46.50 by Friday to get a little bit of a break. Take a look at Amazon, though, man. Rip your face off rally out of the, bounce off. We had two little drill bits down to the 200-day moving average, back up to the 50, up to here. I think it needs to pull back a little bit to consolidate. 3,500 would be nice before it rips higher. So this was kind of a freak out last week, and maybe a little bit of the all clear has sounded. Still don't know what's going on with this. I got this wrong, apparently. I can't follow this, man. 2 weeks ago, McConnell caved. We have a deal on the debt. Last week, no, we don't. Yesterday, no, we don't even more. So are we going to default on our debt this time next week or not? Remember, December 15th is when Janet, our Treasury Secretary, said, that's when I'm exhausted. I've exhausted everything. It's, quote, extraordinary measures run out on December 15th. So we don't fund the government. This time next week, you definitely will see another market implosion. I guarantee it. We default on our debt, man. Bad things happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. They're making sausage right now, and it's not looking pretty. Great article in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. You have got to read this. This is a long one, but I sat here with a cup of coffee, and when I got done reading this, and I'm like, done. The Death Star is fully operational. You have got to read this article. Amazon emerges as the wage and benefits center for low-skilled workers across industries. In local markets throughout America, the e-commerce giants' facilities have an impact on inflation, job markets, and labor standards. This is the mark. I am the Senate. Or Fauci, I am the science. Amazon, I am the market. This is why I am more or less just trading Amazon. Good looking. How's today looking? Good looking day today. This is my real brokerage account, up $9,200, about $4,500 in Amazon today. But I'm very long-term bullish on Amazon, man. What are my Amazon totals? About 80 grand. I'm more bullish on AMC with about 92 grand, and then down here with actually my biggest position right now is Twitter, which I don't want to be in. I bought another 1,000 shares of Twitter in our weekly options brief and sold some upside at the money calls against it right now to bring in some scratch. So AMC and Twitter, a lot of stock positions right now that I plan on hopefully being out of by Friday. Both of them are kind of recovering nicely after near-death experiences. There's AMC. Of course, AMC last week was going to implode, right? Let me show a one-month chart. Here's the gentle implosion and then Omicron. Okay, right? AMC is a theater. They don't want any more shutdowns or anything like this. I think the Democrats have definitely recognized they've overplayed their hand with these shutdown things. It ain't going to happen again in my state or in Texas or some other smart states. If you're blue, you can shut down all you want. It ain't going to happen. So typical knee-jerk reaction out of a theater, and then that. And then what's Twitter doing? Twitter had a near-death experience last week. There's Jack resigning, thank God, implosion, and then buying the dip. So I'm still in both those names. All right, I got to get going. I have a Christmas parade tonight in Boca Raton. Going to be keeping my eyes out, man. What an absolute tragedy and horror up in Wisconsin, which disappeared in 24 hours from the media, didn't it? And in that 24 hours, all you saw was an SUV crashed. Oh, a dude didn't drive it? We need common sense SUV regulations, don't we? People don't kill people. SUVs kill people. So I'm going to this Christmas parade. I'm going to keep an eye on Keely and Jack, man. I'm guarantee the police are going to be all over the place. But anyway, join me tomorrow for the brief. You're going to learn how you can save potentially save, definitely change a veteran's life. I'm going to allow a portion of your Max Afterburner lifetime membership to go to the Top Gun Fighter Foundation so you can sponsor a vet. It costs about anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 for the treatment. Throw in travel and expenses. We just round up and call it $5,000. We're going to allow $5,000 of your Max Afterburner lifetime membership to sponsor a vet. Isn't that pretty damn cool? Not that you're doing it for this reason, but it is a registered 501c3 with Uncle Sammy, so you can get a nice end-of-year tax write-off. But if you're doing it for that, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Do it to save or change a life. And then, like I said, Dr. Martine's brief is Friday morning at 10 a.m. And I'll send out an email with that for you to register, and I'll also put that in the comments on Facebook and LinkedIn or Twitter, and then in the description on the YouTube video. All right, folks, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. Namaste.